What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another rebuild on Madden 21. This one is of the Chicago Bears, of course, a team that isn't near and dear to my heart as a Packers fan, but I can respect them, especially with Mr. George Halas, the guy that basically is the reason why Green Bay still has a team. You know, the Packers could have been a completely different, a team that wasn't even in Wisconsin anymore. So, there's a bitter rivalry in some other sports. Hey, maybe Bears fans do take it that seriously, and there are NFL fans that take it that seriously, but I ain't that way, right? Like, screw the Bears, screw the Vikings, screw the Lions, but it ain't like that, right? I can respect them. Most Hall of Famers all time. The Bears have some great players, and obviously I loved watching, not like I was around when Walter Payton and all that, but, watching back some of those players, I can respect them, and of course, hopefully in this one, we can bring them back to glory. Of course, we also did have a Bears franchise a Madden or two ago, and, it was a great time. So I'm not saying go back and watch that, but if you want to, it's up to you. And to do that, you may, it's like right next to the like and subscribe button. It's nowhere near follow me on twitter.com/Jeromepkr or, subscribing to the second channel PKR Plays or twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. But, it's nearby kind of, right? So I already sold out and said the second channel, but if you could, maybe check out the second channel PKR Plays. Maybe subscribe. You don't have to, hit the bell or even watch the videos. It's just I love making content, and I really do feel kind of limited on Madden because there's really so much you can do on Madden. Even though I do love making it, and I will always make Madden content, I really would like to see, have a platform to grow any sort of game, any sort of thing, reaction videos in the future, maybe, whatever it may be. So, second channel, PKR Plays, sub maybe. You don't have to, obviously. So, enough sellout. It's just been the worst one so far. So, hopefully enjoy the rebuild at least. Of course, looking at the team, do they actually, start Montgomery? I feel like I haven't heard a single thing on Tariq Cohen this year. Has he been injured? What's the story? So the Bears are starting David Montgomery as their workhorse, and it really has not been working. Once again, it kind of plays into the fact that the Bears don't have much of a passing game, but at some point, Matt Nagy does need to coach better, simply put. So, I don't know what we're going to do with Tariq Cohen, because I believe the Bears did sign him to a 4 or a 5 year, so can't really do much there. But David Montgomery, I suppose, is going to be the projected starter here for us. Jimmy Graham actually has had a pretty decent season with the Bears. Cole Kmet, I've seen him a little bit, so maybe we sprinkle him in a little bit. I don't know. Obviously, I want Cole Kmet to start, but I also want it to be realistic. Obviously, we're going to put him at the 5-4 record they are. I'm sorry, Bears fan, if you follow me on Twitter, at Jeromepkr. You may have seen that I did say, a few losses ago in a row. Reality's coming. I apologize. I think a lot of Bears fans knew that, but there are some, delusional fans in pretty much every fan base that, was thinking, hey, the Bears are it. And don't get me wrong, that defense, any given Sunday, I wouldn't put it past the Bears to beat your team, but as far as winning all those games in a row to win a Super Bowl, I just don't see it with that offense. But once again, that defense is pretty scary. Right here, it doesn't look great on Madden, right? But the Bears defense just plays good. So, of course, we will have some needs to fill here. It's not the worst starting platform. We just got to get a damn QB. All right, Allen Robinson, expressing his unhappiness with the team. But trust me, he's going to be happy with the contract, even though I think in real life he probably deserves more than that. He's going to be happy with the contract, and he's going to be happy, hopefully, when we add a new talent around him. Don't get me wrong. Nah, I was about to say don't get me wrong about... I was going to give a compliment to Mitchell Trubisky. That doesn't make sense. We're going to also sign Cairo Santos because he's crushing it right now. Anyone else? Maybe we grab one of these backups, get some of these backups in there. But, nobody really on this team, outside of maybe a few guys that we already have signed up, are, safe. I think a lot of these guys are replaceable. So, I'm not going to say it's the worst thing that happened, but I kind of was hoping for just a complete collapse of the Chicago Bears. I will say, though, in real life, Lions, Texans, Jaguars, all winnable games. Vikings, winnable game. Hell, the Packers, even both weeks could be winnable. As far as, the way this looks, if the Bears can, if the defense can keep playing decently and then get back to their super elite ways, and the offense could just play average football and just don't give the game away, the Bears could win, literally, completely win out. But I don't think I see it. I think they're going to lose quite a bit in this division, setup they have coming up here. But regardless, Nick Foles is basically the league MVP. I mean, we can't do anything about it, though. He's a 75 overall 31-year-old. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. Do we allow ourselves to upgrade him? I might do it. I might do it. Regardless, some of the stat line numbers aren't bad. Allen Robinson killed it. Anthony Miller, probably not superstar. Jimmy Graham crushed it. Cole Kmet kind of just wasn't allowed to play the game, basically. Not bad numbers across the board at all. At all from a team that like I said, I thought they were going to just completely sell. They didn't, though. Looking at the yearly awards, Foles has got to be up there. Number 8, turnovers don't mean as much to EA as they mean to, pretty much the entire real-life league. Looking at Players of the Year, Chris Barnes, interesting there. A lot of different awards that the NFC North was involved with. Unfortunately for us, though, it appears we didn't win a single one of them. Do we allow Nick Foles to go up? I'm going to wait until the season's over, and then I think we're going to bump him. Regardless, though, the Buccaneers, they're an 89. We're not an 89. We're an 83. So it might be an early exit, which would be very heartbreaking, just considering I was kind of hoping, hey, like I said, lose some games, get a decent quarterback in the draft, maybe trade up for a quarterback, of course. But, yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen here. Going to the end of the game, 3-0, 3-7. Sorry if the sound's too loud. I'm going to lower that down in a moment. 6-7, still 6-7, 13-7, 16-7. The Bears putting on a little bit of a show here, considerably. Oh God, Chicago's offense does it again. Don't get me wrong, that defense wasn't perfect, but damn, Chicago had the game locked up, and they just sold once again. Just don't give the game away. And what do? 2 interceptions. Offense can't get the ground game going. They can't get the pass game going. Defensively, Mack with 2.5. Trevathan with a sack. Akeem Hicks with a sack. Another sack. Shared sack there. Vildor with a... you had it. You had it. Too many field goals. Too many turnovers. And ultimately, the Buccaneers move on. All right, headed to the Super Bowl. Let's see what kind of, situation we're looking at here. The Super Bowl contenders of the Chicago Nothings. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers. The winner apparently is the Packers. Right, so I have no idea who retired here. Did we have a retirement? We had none. Nice. I have no idea who would have dev'd up other than Nick Foles and probably Jalen Johnson. Nick Foles, like we said, 72 overall, regress still with his star dev upgrade. And then looking at the defensive side of things, Roquan, I believe, did go up. He went to Superstar. And I just glanced at corner. How the hell did Jalen not go up, but Fuller did? What? Did Robert Quinn go up, yet he still regressed? Wait, was he star already? I swear to Lord Jesus, he was normal. That's a contract I do not want to see, but... I'll take Fuller upgrading, but I still think Jalen was the guy that should have, right? No? I'm so confused. Trubisky, obviously not. Dwayne Harris, I guess. Or not. We're going to let a lot of guys go here. Let's take a look at who's in free agency and also see maybe if there's a chance to get a quarterback. Nick Foles, I really don't know what to do because it's just so unrealistic for him to do well. I don't even know, dude. I don't know. Hey, we actually got some decent names. You got Solomon Thomas, Wayne Gallman, a fullback, a right guard, and then the biggest one being Xavier Woods. Obviously, Xavier Woods is going to be an immediate starter for Tayshaun Gibson. And obviously, at 26 in star, Not a bad starter. I still can't believe how much money Robert Quinn's making here. I don't know when we can get rid of him, but holy crap. All right, so there's really no chance to get Lance in the first round. So we're going to move all the way down to this pick right here, which could be a lineman. And I think it is going to be a lineman. There's just no other better pick. Najee Harris, don't get me wrong, he's good and all, but unfortunately... Actually, can we move... Let's move down to, like, 5 or something. But, unfortunately, running back isn't that big of a need. So, we kind of have to just relax. If Najee, we have a chance at him, fair enough, maybe we'll take him. All right, we made the trade. We got a third-round pick. Of course, we did have to, unfortunately, McGrone with Danny Trevathan, but I'm cool with that. Well, really, I'm not cool with it, but, what can I do? Walker Little, I mean, we've had him a couple times. He's been a star dev one time. Sometimes he's normal. We're hoping for the best. And thankfully, he's hitting. Of course, he could be superstar for all we know. I don't know. I think this is a brand new class. I only downloaded recently. So, I don't know. Maybe we get lucky. I was just about to take Najee, but I was like, you know what? I can move down to the Vikings, save a little bit more, and apparently the Giants need another running back. I don't know. Well, we're going to move to 23. There's a right guard, Cade Mays. I feel like is a guy that would go a lot higher, at least in normal classes that I see, but he's not. And, of course, with 44 bench press reps, I got to think the guy likes him, so once again, another hidden. And it is. Oh, this guy is actually way better than Walker Little. Thankfully, we grabbed him because I was looking at the bench press and I was like, you know what? Which I may have called 40 time a second ago. I was like, you know what? I might just take him over anyways. Somehow Holland and Paris. Well, somehow Holland's down that far. What do we want to do? Because I think I'm going to take Tanner Morgan. Because once again, if this wasn't a user class, I probably wouldn't. But it's a user class. Skills look all right. A- short, A- deep, A throw power, even if he's normal, which, let's be honest, he probably is. Maybe a 70-something overall, maybe starts. I don't know. Paris Ford, do we really need him? Whoa, that man coverage is looking a little high there. Why is he so good? We're trading up to the Chiefs. Screw this. We did just sign Wiley, but we didn't really lose too much penalty here, even though we did for Danny Trevathan. It was like a 4 mil dead cap hit, but... We give him 69, a 4th-round pick, and Wiley for pick 56. And as far as Paris Ford goes, hopefully he's a good corner, because we can actually maybe move him to corner. Normal development trait. Zone is lacking, but, I mean, he looks pretty solid to me. I think he might be a new corner for this team. And then as far as quarterback goes, Tanner Morgan projected in the mid-4th. A quarterback just went. I'm debating on this guy, too. Slayton, I mean, we really only have enough trade bait to go up to 6 if we're lucky. I don't know if it's worth it, though. I'm trying to debate if this is a worthwhile trade. We trade a pick 87, 151, and Massey to the Washington football team for pick 74, which I would assume is going to be Tanner Morgan, of course, because Slayton did end up going and getting picked. Alaric Jackson. I mean, we had some luck with the devs at lineman. We also do have Kellen Mond later. I think we might actually take Kellen Mond as well. Might as well. Do we risk it for Morgan? I mean, because like if he's not hidden, which he could be, I guess, I'm not going to start him, I don't think. Whatever, I guess we're just going to take him. And we get lucky. Okay. Completely off base. I thought with those potentials, he was going to be a decently high overall. I was hoping for like a 73, 74 overall, maybe normal. But instead, he's actually a 68 with the hidden. Those potentials are such a scam. And I probably shouldn't have went to next pick. Of course, unlikely Kellen Mond would have also been hidden, but you never know. Of course, the only guy with, green. So if he's there, I'm going to take him. He is not... CJ Verdell. I thought CJ Verdell was projected like really high, but whatever. Ooh, 68 overall. I mean, good receiving back, right? Maybe good bait to trade Cohen off whenever we can afford to. And then we're going to add a punter. Michael Carroll looks like the best punter available. 70 overall. Looks decent. We actually did land some hiddens, of course, because it's a real draft. If it wasn't, probably unlikely to do so. Of course, let's take a look at those developments. Was it 3 hidden players, I believe. Walker Little, like I said, something tells me he could be superstar. He is unfortunately not. Looking at Cade Mays, his development is... Come on, slow game. Thank you. His development is superstar. Okay, well, you can't go wrong with what we had. I can't be mad. Paris didn't have. And then Tanner Morgan, imagine if he's superstar. Just imagine if he's superstar. Imagine these things. He is star development. All right, 82 overall Chicago team. We're going to start Morgan because Nick Foles, we knew it was too good to be true. Suspended for 8 weeks due to substance abuse. Performance-enhancing drugs, of course. If at week 9 or, 8 games, of course. After the 8th game, if Morgan's playing like trash, it could be Foles time. He could be able to save the season. But as for right now, it's literally forced to be Morgan time. And we probably need to get even a third quarterback here. And, pretty much looking at the offense, nothing changes outside of the line, which in a good way it changes. Of course, we have this line for, a decent bit of time. Might be able to hold this line for another 2-3 years. Of course, some signings that I don't know if we can afford, but, we're about to find out. Fuller, I believe, does need a contract. Hopefully it's less than what he got paid. Need a new right outside linebacker. Can't do anything about it yet, though. Robert Quinn is literally just going to be eating money for now. But yeah, the team is in a better spot than it was last season. But, of course, we're starting a youngster at quarterback. All right, re-signings. The main one, of course, is Roquan Smith. Linebackers like him don't just grow on trees, even though you would think so lately with the speed you can find. But we, of course, give him a 6-year deal, I believe it was. Was it a 7, actually? It might have been a 7-year 80. I think it was, actually. Kyle Fuller, he'll be good at least for another year. I'm going to lock him up for 2 years. Screw it. Oh, okay, you literally asked for that, and I gave you more and more years, but cool. I was looking to re-sign Anthony Miller, but honestly, that price, it makes me worry. Bilal Nichols, we'll give him a 4-year deal. 4-year deal worth 37. James Daniels, obviously a long-term 7-year knockout here, 7-year 70. Anthony Miller is a tough one. Akeem Hicks, I think you have to let go. And then Charles Leno, that's a tough one because it's not easy to get. Yeah, we're going to let him go. There's tackles in the free agency. We maybe have to pay a little bit more, but they'll be a little bit better as well. So, sorry, Charles. Sorry. That's it. That's all I've got. Anthony Miller, though. How was his season for us previously? 20. I can't do it, can I? Well, actually, no. This is 2021. He actually did do really well. I don't know. I forgot. I don't know why. He actually played really good. We're going to give him a 3-year. He's getting that contract, buddy. You deserve it, and you're off to a pretty good start. So, there you go. Got to get Fuller, and then, yeah, got the contract. 2-year. All right, here it is. The big week. Did we win? We did, and ironically enough, we almost took the division. This division was looking brutal. Absolutely brutal. We won 4 in a row. Thank the Lord. And here we are going on to the playoffs against, once again, Tampa Bay. Tanner Morgan with a massive season. 3,700 yards, 36 touchdowns, 8 picks. The greatest rookie quarterback performance of all time. Looking at rushing numbers, David Montgomery, not bad. Not bad considering what we're used to as well. Mooney with star. Allen Robinson, really good yards, but touchdowns were lacking. Anthony Miller was decent. Cole Kmet, not actually bad. Blocking, it happens. There's 2 rookies starting. What can you really ask for? Sack totals. Quinn, not bad. It makes no sense. It might just be Mac carrying. I don't know. Roquan was decent. Some really good, decent numbers across the board. Fuller got that 2-year locked up for 25. 6 interceptions. Maybe he goes to X Factor. Who knows? Jalen Johnson with 3. Decent bit. Mac with 2. Cairo Santos, I don't know when we got Brett Maher, but cool. Santos missed 3 kicks. It's totally fine. Kick return, Tariq Cohen. Punt return, Tariq Cohen. Neither sides of the special team spectrum getting touchdowns. Colin Kaepernick, league MVP. I'm just going to be honest. Very unlikely. Morgan was really good, though. Could actually and should actually go to superstar in 1 year. Mac Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, obviously Morgan. If he got beat, I don't even know what to tell you there. Third best QB in the league, well, at least for the NFC Conference. David Montgomery at 7, Mooney at 5. O-line, yeah, we're not there yet. Maybe Cade Mays in the future soon. D-line, Hicks, obviously number 1 would be Mack. DB, Fuller, and then kicker, number 8. So a really good season, actually, and obviously we did do pretty well with the actual awards as well for once. Wide receiver is a bit of an issue. Quarterback is an issue technically for like upgrading, but he did pretty well for himself. I'm cool with it. Here we are going against the Buccaneers. They're an 89 overall still, but we have packed a bigger punch. We're still down 3 overalls on them, but we moved up 3 from the last game. We barely lost last time. I mean, mathematically, common sense-wise, we should do okay, right? In theory. Right, going to the end of the game, I mean, last time we had a huge lead, and then we blew it at the end, so you're going to want to get a huge lead so then you can at least hold on to the end, because it looks like at the end of the game we're going to get smoked. Or, 10 points in the first half. This is not looking good. Offense just cannot move the ball. I don't understand how you have such a good regular season team and then you just play so poorly. Did you hear that, Aaron? Raw, nothing. 4th and 10 and you run the ball. Well, in fairness, okay, Tanner Morgan did run. He felt like he had to. And no, we're not ready. And I'm not surprised. But could it at least not be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers twice? That would be really cool. But unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. And here we are, back-to-back playoff failures. Back-to-back playoff failures to the same team. Super fun. And they don't even take the damn Super Bowl with this spot. They keep stealing it, and then they keep blowing it. That is so heartbreaking. The Packers versus the Ravens. The Packers win back-to-back Super Bowls. Nice. Looking at DevUps once again. Tanner Morgan gets the superstar. Quick draw and jukebox? Yeah, you've really, you've got to not. Please. It just randomized. It has nothing to do with anything. I mean, once again, abilities don't matter in Sim. But, please, stop. Looking at the defensive side of things, oh, God. I'm glad Eddie Jackson got a dev up. That means a ton. But really, Akeem Hicks. I mean, that changes things, right? You regressed a little bit. Power move regressed a little bit. But with that superstar development trade, I think you have to keep him. And because we took so long and we waited, I don't know if we're going to be able to. I really don't. I think he's just going to ask for, whatever we give him, he's just going to leave anyways, I think. That's usually how it goes in this situation. But we'll see. Of course, no retirements for us. I guess let's try to re-sign Hicks at 2-year 29. I'm cool with a 2-year 30. Glad to stay. It was a fair contract. So, of course, we're going to let Leno go, but we have about 18 mil to work with. I don't know the situation on Nick Foles. We'll get to that in a little bit. Let's take a look at who's actually in free agency. Actually, let's do that right now. Let's see if we can get rid of. I like the way Robert Quinn's played. Unfortunately, he's just so expensive, and he's a low overall. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You guys probably already know that based on the title. But yeah, we have regression on, so I can't really remember if there was any guy that we had dev with and they lost it, but maybe that actually happened, because that has happened in the past, at least from what we've seen from other people's videos. They gain a dev and then they lose a dev, so there's that. Nick Foles, what's the sitch? You literally don't lose, and you don't gain anything from that. So the one good thing, though, is it appears we don't have to re-sign anyone outside of Eddie Goldman, but his contract's already at 12 mil, so it's not like we're going to be gaining a huge loss, which is really weird wording. David Montgomery, honestly, even though he's played all right, it's not enough to be paid high money, so if he wants something big, we're going to let him go, simply put. But yeah, I like the situation there. I think it's all right. Once again, we need a lineman, but, what can you do? Of course, the Bears would be salivating here because not only is it a good corner in free agency, but it's a Packer corner. It's a division rival corner, so you already know they want him, which isn't like the worst thing in the world, I suppose. It's not it's not like a knock on them, but it seems to happen with them and the Vikings quite a bit. There's some really good names here. Harold Landry. X Factorial. Let's see how he's actually played. Can I look at that? No. I'm going to look at his season stats, and I'm going to see, wow, there are some really good names in here. This is actually nuts. Oh, my. So, unfortunately, this is where my sadness begins because my audio messed up. So, we now continue the last, 13 minutes of the rebuild? Voiceover, where I already know the outcome. Nice. Terrell Crosby, not a bad signing. 2-year, $14 million deal to replace Mr. Charles Leno, who obviously was a better player, but older and, of course, wanted way more money. He wanted $10 million per year rather than like 6.5 like Crosby wanted. So, of course, hopping right into the draft, we are trading Eddie Goldman off with a second-round pick for a first-round pick because Eddie Goldman needs a contract, and I think I found a really good DT. Of course, we're going to take best available pick with Carl Pryor, and unfortunately, even though he's young with lots of potential, great catching, all that, he's got the makings for a great corner. No hidden, and obviously corner is very hard to get dev ups for, especially in a rebuild. Now the guy that hopefully replaces Eddie looks really good, 77 overall, but normal, unfortunately. So, I mean, not much you can do. 2 really good picks, both normal. Now we trade Tariq Cohen over to the Jets for a mid-tier third-round pick. They need somebody that can actually maybe spread the field a little bit, make things harder on defenses, because right now they're not making anything hard on anyone. Of course, we trade all of that to gain a high second to take Jason Wall, hidden development. It said he was a pass rusher, but coverage linebacker. Uh-oh. It said speed rusher, but either way, he's playing outside for us. And then we have Chris Randolph. Looked really good with that combine grade, but obviously, no hidden. Didn't really look great. And then we just take a random guy in the 7th. And look at that. Devon Snell. What a pick. Of course, in a user league with all that, maybe he has a chance, but obviously for us, just going to be backup. Jason Wall, star development, and then we move on to the tight end, also obviously star. You knew he was going to be star. Moving on to the third season, looking at the team, obviously a really solid-looking team, superstar development for Morgan, lots of upside, obviously. Receiver, all of them have showed really good seasons. Who's going to really be the guy to step up? Of course, Allen Robinson's been pretty consistent, but we need someone next to him to step up, and I think Darnell Mooney should be that guy. Also, Cole Kmet, basically like Jason Witten 0.9 out here. Looks pretty damn good for, 23, 24 years old. So lots of potential there once again. Offense looks really good on paper. And then defense, it hasn't been crazy upgraded, but a lot of youth has been added. Not everyone's like about to retire at, 5-6 different spots like it was when we started. And of course, Wall's got to start. Get the hell out of your Luvu. And then I was thinking about, getting rid of David Montgomery. But when he wants a 4-year 19.9, I'm going to give it to him. Of course, we ended up making that a 6-year $37 million deal. Give him a little bit of extra payment. Of course, he knows his value, and it's a fair value. Of course, also, we make the playoffs barely, though. Look at this one. Up and down season, as we have had in this rebuild. But we can't really complain, because I suppose we have our quarterback in Morgan. We thought we were going to need, to suck in year 1 and get a quarterback high, but it didn't work out that way, which obviously in a good way, because we're doing really well here. Morgan crushed it. Dan Montgomery's numbers, wish they were better, but yards per carry is decent. And then, of course, 3 1,000-yard receivers, leaving Mooney at a likely superstar development trait. Blocking was meh. Sacks, Mac is always in double digits. Not bad for Wall and Minor in their first seasons. I mean, the guy's only a minor, for God's sake. Okay. Picks were really bad, probably the worst of the rebuild, and then kicking, once again, worst of the rebuild. MVP, though, Tanner Morgan gets the nod. Finally, we won an MVP. It's been a while since we've won MVP. Tanner Morgan does it, though, and of course, it's in a Bears rebuild. We won a couple of awards, nothing really massive, though, and we don't have to play Tampa. I am stoked. However, it is still the Cardinals. They have some decent players on offense, obviously. But, of course, it looks right now as if maybe it's the defense for us that's smoking them. As through 3 quarters, we have 38 points, 45 points, 52 points to their 17. Absolutely rocked their world in a weird... Okay. Tanner Morgan with 7 touchdowns. It might be the most I've ever seen in a game from an AI. Absolutely crazy stuff. Let's not talk about the ground game from anyone here. There's really just no point. And then receiving, Anthony Miller with 3. Robinson with 2, Mooney with 2, sack totals, Mack crushed it, Wall crushed it. I mean, this team is looking really, really good in this first game of the postseason. Lots of interceptions. What about kicking? Cairo Santos, not bad. Not bad at all. However, now look at what we have. Look at what we have. The freaking Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on our schedule, and sadness will ensue. We are leading, and that's gone. It's just gone. 6-10, 13-10. What else do we? 20-10. Okay. 20-13, and that could be it. 14-point lead. Maybe it's not. Oh, it's it. It's 100% it. We win by 10, and we're moving on to the championship round. Morgan technically outplaying Brady there. Hey, David Montgomery finally showing up. I appreciate that for sure. Woods, Lil Mac with 2.5. Once again, Wall with 1.5. That's 3 in the postseason. And look at who it is. Would you be any more surprised that it's a championship game between the Packers and the Bears? Can you really ask for anything better, though? 89 to their 87. And, of course, in this one, it is going to be a nighttime game. So, honestly, win or lose, could you really be mad with this one? I mean, obviously, if it's like a blowout one-sided, you'd be pretty mad. But, obviously, this would be a fun matchup for both teams, both sides, of course, and probably for onlookers of none of the teams' fans. 21-17, 21-20. And right here, with 12 minutes left, we are up by 7. But, of course, it's that Rodgers and Packers offense. They get the tie. And on 3rd and 16, they get 13 yards. We're definitely looking to try and convert here. I just think as we get it, I just think that, like, if you don't get it, it's not over. But if you punt it, I just feel like they're going to drive down anyways. And here, we only get 3 out of it. So that's a little bit of an iffy one. They get 3 minutes to drive themselves, and they punted the ball. Please. Oh, no. We're going to give them another chance. 4th and 10. Come on, defense. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. The Bears are headed back to the Super Bowl since the last time they played Peyton Manning in the Indianapolis Colts. Rex Grossman was the quarterback. Chicago fans want to remember it, and they also want to forget it. It's a very odd one. Of course, in this game, we outperformed them. Just not by much, but enough. Of course, the only thing we didn't outperform them in is sack totals. We got smoked for 10 fatties, 10 sacks. Jalen Johnson with a pick, of course, the only pick of the game, clutched it up. And now onto the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. The Chiefs, a decent bit better of an offense than the Packers in Madden. And in real life, obviously probably quite a bit better. But in game, the defense for the Packers is 10 times better than the Chiefs. So if we can beat the Packers, I feel okay about this one. 14-7. Hasn't been any scores lately. There we go. 21-7, 21-10. Uh-oh, Kansas City's not going away. Kansas City, please go away, Kansas. Please. Oh, no. 8-point deficit. 2-point deficit. Down by 4. Please, Chicago, do an offense. They're driving, looking decent, and they do score up by 3. 4 minutes left, but it's Mahomes. They do punt it. Offense is looking good, and they're going to hold on. The Bears win the Super Bowl. It has been, how many years has it actually been in this realm comparatively to real life? Like 37 years? 33, 37 years, something like that. Mathematics aren't easy, okay? I was trying. My brain almost fried. My voice almost fried because, of course, I just recorded all of this. Then I edit it, and then I'm like, oh, I get to record half of it again? Boy, am I happy. Of course, in this game, the Bears, they just barely held on. Barely. Of course, Tanner Morgan, the quarterback, honestly, at this point, projected to be by far the best quarterback in Bears history because when you think about it, technically Jay Cutler's the best quarterback in Bears history. Statistically, of course, McMahon I probably would say is probably better, but statistically speaking, maybe Tanner Morgan can erase that whole Jay Cutler thing that nobody likes to talk about in Chicago and hoisting the Lombardi once again. First time in many of years. Maybe it happens in real life. Who knows? That defense is championship worthy. could it be one quarterback away? I mean, I don't know. Chicago is still in the hunt in real life, so I mean, it's not over there either, but you gotta like the fact that Tanner Morgan just stepped in here and he just swung and hit it out of the park. I mean, this man not only hit it out of the park, but like it went into another park, into the glove of the pitcher. It came back. He hit it again just because he's just so consistent. Absolutely smoking the teams. Allen Robinson with 3 touchdowns, speaking of smoking teams. Of course, Mooney and Anthony Miller have been right there by his side the whole time. Receivers really stepped up outside of Allen. So definitely just a really good performance. I'd say David Montgomery, a little improvements I would like to see, but overall a pretty solid offense. And then obviously the defense is looking really good. Might as well take a look at some of our overalls here. Of course, we didn't get the regression glitch. I don't know if they fixed it already. Probably not, though. But we didn't get the regression glitch. X Factor Morgan looks ridiculous. And I show the sliders for XP in a little bit. Maybe they are a little too high, but I don't want the rebuild to be 10 years long. I want them to be probably in the 5-year range. But of course here, Chicago, that first year, it meant so much because I just did not expect this team to win out. I really thought they were just going to lose every game. We'd have maybe a top 15 pick. We move into the top 8. We grab, Trey Lance or something. Of course, you can see we didn't cheat the postseason or anything like that. Thought maybe we'd grab Trey Lance. You win the, things happen there. But unfortunately for the league, tricked you. Tanner Morgan has been the guy. I mean, he absolutely smoked the defenses. He had star, goes to superstar, superstar to X Factor. And, I mean, hasn't looked back since. Won a league MVP, won a Super Bowl MVP, won the Super Bowl, and he's only entering year 3. So, of course, a bright future in Chicago. Pretty much going to be it. Of course, sorry for the shorter rebuild, but, the normal rebuilds haven't really done super well on the channel. So, I mean, maybe shorter is better. Maybe you guys want to see more challenge rebuilds, fantasies. Let me know in the comment section below. I've had a couple of ideas. I've wanted to do a couple of 10-year, 20-year, 30-year rebuilds for a while. Obviously, we did the 10-year rebuild and a 30-year rebuild last year, which was brutal. But ultimately, I do want to try more of those challenge rebuilds. I just kind of see these Thursday night, these Monday night games, and I'm like, oh boy, let me do that. So I need to get more out to you guys. If you have any ideas for rebuilds, challenges, whatever it may be, let me know in the comment section below. Of course, if you liked, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PKR Plays, twitch.tv/JeromePkr, where we may do a live rebuild one of these days soon. And of course, we do Washington there as well, and then Spider-Man off, non-Madden games there as well. Of course, the biggest thing you could do for me, though, besides letting me know in the comment section below what you'd like to see next for rebuilds, or just, blast in the past player ideas, or just an idea in general you haven't seen done and you want to see it, whatever it may be, is I would like to, you don't have to, obviously, maybe subscribe to my second channel, PKR Plays. I mentioned it, but it would be nice to get the sub count up there at least. Even if you don't watch the videos, you turn the freaking bell off. It doesn't matter. It'd be nice to see the numbers rise there a little bit, just so we can get the channel rolling, because I love making content in general, and obviously Madden does limit me a little bit, so at the end of the day, it would be nice to have another platform to post a ton of different stuff on. So regardless, I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. We should have 2 tomorrow, Rams franchise and Bulldogs relocation franchise episode 2. So lots of content yet to come, and hopefully you guys enjoy your night. You're watching the game tonight. Best of luck to your team. If you're just chilling, hey, enjoy your chilling. I don't know what that means. Regardless, thanks for watching. Long ass outro. I said ass. Hopefully you guys do come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. Yo, I've seen all the Spider-Man movies to know that this is going to be a kiss. Wait, is there felons in that, like, the helicopter one?
Okay, we got a problem.
Yeah, the freaking inmates are too fat. Are you trying to tell me I gotta fight Rhino? I haven't even played with the PlayStation. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Woo! So bad, almost killed the baby. Oh, you screwing him going around. Yo, you can't just make guns like that. That's illegal.